We are backstage at Boots with Chayce Beckham. You know him from his smash hit 23. And I'll tell you, we'll get to it in just a second. But not too long ago, there was a big story in the news involving a celebrity and their passing. And you were the first person I thought of.
Really?
And I'll explain why that is here in just a bit. But
all right.
First, reggae band. Sinking Sailors used to be in a reggae band. So can you sing any reggae for us right now?
Oh, I don't know. It was more like California, like if anything, it was like classic rock reggae. So yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't be too much different, but yeah, it's been a long time.
So the song 23, I mean, it was a huge hit. It was inspired, partly anyways, by something pretty tragic that almost happened, right? As far as a car accident that you were in.
Yeah, well, actually, I mean, the song, I wrote this song before that accident, which was kind of crazy. It was almost like I knew kind of what I was getting myself into already. And yeah, it was a story about, where I was at and, just the lowest of my lows. I wrote a song about it, and it brought me to the highest of my highs. So. Yeah.
And now you've got the debut album, Bad For Me, which is also deeply personal. Is there anything you won't write about that you say, okay, that's off limits?
I don't think so. I think everybody deserves a song that they can relate to. So,
Tuesday, October 18th, 2023. Do you know why that date is important in your life?
Yeah, that sounds like my Grand Ole Opry debut.
Exactly what it was. Yeah. What do you remember about that?
Man, that was a special day. I had my whole family there, my whole team, my friends, everybody who's worked so hard to get me, up to this point. Everybody was there to celebrate that win, and they also got to congratulate me with my first ever platinum plaque in the States for 23. I got my first one up here in Canada, but I got my first American certification the night that I debuted. So that was awesome.
So I mentioned the celebrity thing. The celebrity that passed was Lisa Marie Presley.
Oh yeah.
Because when we spoke before the Luke Combs concert, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you were invited to Graceland, or you were supposed to be going to Graceland for something?
Yeah, there was something that I had a friend who worked closely with some of the folks over there, and I was invited to go do just to be at an event. Yeah, it didn't. I ended up being on tour. I couldn't make it out there, okay. But yeah, Elvis, Johnny Cash, those are some of my biggest influences.
Yeah, I remember we talked a lot about Elvis before that show. What's been one of your biggest pinch me moments of the last 12 months?
I met Brooks and Dunn at the I think it was at the CMT Awards, which was pretty crazy. I've listened to them my whole life. They've been on the radio, as long as I can remember. So getting to meet Brooks and Dunn, that was definitely like a surreal moment.
I went on Google knowing we were going to chat, and I wrote in, is Chayce Beckham, and then I wanted to see what it just brought up, suggested searches. Is Chayce Beckham related to David Beckham? So can you answer that?
I don't know. Man, that's like, I want to know. So if anybody can tell me the answer to that, it'd be nice. Who knows? I still got to do my 23andMe or my ancestry. One day I'll find out.
Right.
There's not a lot of them though. You don't hear about a lot of people with the last name Beckham.
Yeah.
So
everybody just assumes you're related.
I would imagine. I guess. I mean, maybe somewhere down the line. We'll see.
So you're 28 now?
Yeah.
How is 28-year-old Chayce Beckham different than 23-year-old Chayce Beckham?
I'd like to think I'm a lot different. Just a lot of stuff has changed. When I was 23, 24, that was right before I auditioned for Idol, and everything's changed for me. My career, where I live, my touring, just what an incredible life that I've got to live, and just an opportunity that I had, and I feel like I've made the most out of it, and that's why I'm still getting to come out and play songs and stuff. But yeah, I like to think that I've grown in ways that I needed to grow and tried to stay the same at the same time.
You're headlining the Front Porch tonight here at Boots and Hearts. What else is coming up over the next little while?
Yeah, man, we're headed out. We're playing a bunch of shows in the States with Luke Bryan this year. We're also going to be out with Parker McCollum. So we have a lot of awesome shows lined up for the rest of the year. We've also been doing the Bad For Me tour. We released my first ever debut album on April 5th this year, which was another huge feat for me. So we got that done, and just being on that tour and getting to see the fans connect to that music, it's awesome. So we still have a bunch of shows left. We'll see y'all out there. And yeah, if you don't see us there, we'll be on some Luke shows, and we'll also be on some Parker shows.
Just before we let you go, we've been doing something with all the artists. We started this last year here at Boots and Hearts. We call it the First Song Challenge. What was the very first song you ever wrote? You might have been 7 years old, and can you sing me a line?
I don't remember the words to it, but there is a burnt CD somewhere. My uncle recorded it for me. He had like a little home recorder that he was able to record it and burn it on a CD. And I wrote this like song on my acoustic guitar. I think I was like 6 or 7, and it was called "What's the Meaning." And it was like kind of like a religious. I went to church a lot when I was a kid, so it was like kind of like a religious song. And but it's on a CD somewhere. I'll have to find it. I don't know none of the words anymore.
Awesome. All right. Chayce Beckham, great to meet you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
And Chayce Beckham here at Boots and Hearts. We're backstage at Boots with Country 90.5.